9 Russian military weapons you wish didn't exist. What's up, gadget heads, and welcome to another episode of TechJoint. Today, we're bringing you 9 Russian military weapons you wish didn't exist. Russia and the Western world have always been in a great power competition, driving both sides to bolster their military capabilities. Russian military spending has nearly doubled since 2006, improving and creating everything from tanks to submarines to stealth planes. Both new and old war machines have Western military experts shaken, and for good reason. Here's everything you need to know about the most terrifying Russian military weapons in case a war kicks off. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest and greatest from the tech world. Let's get started. Number 9. Soviet Ekranoplan. Nicknamed the Caspian Sea Monster, the Soviet Ekranoplan may look like an airplane, but it is actually a massive flying boat. Built during the Cold War, the Ekranoplan is actually faster than any ship and bigger than any plane, and was built to carry anything from troops to cargo to nuclear weapons. It's really a sort of hybrid between an airplane and a ship, moving just 13 feet over water without actually touching it, and it does so at crazy speeds of over 300 miles per hour. Its proximity to the surface while flying makes it extremely difficult to detect by radar. So with a cargo of over 2 million pounds, the Ekranoplan could potentially move small, portable D-Day invasion across the globe while going unnoticed. Luckily, only one was ever built, and the Soviets lost the Cold War anyway. Number 8. MiL Mi-28NM Night Hunter. The MiL Mi-28N Havoc attack helicopter was first delivered to the Russian Army in 2006, and has since been upgraded to its even more terrifying 5th generation version known as the Mi-28NM Night Hunter. This helicopter is built to take out tanks. The primary weapon on this bad boy is a 30mm Shipunov 2A42 autocannon, which can fire as many as 800 rounds per minute, with an effective range of almost 5,000 gi. The bullets from a Shipunov cannon can easily pierce light armored vehicles, and to deal with tanks, the MiL Mi-28N was outfitted with 8 Ataka guided missiles on either side. One missile packs the equivalent of 16 pounds of TNT and can easily blow up even the mightiest of enemy tanks. And if that wasn't scary enough, the upgraded chopper comes with an additional pair of 2B8 rocket pads, each capable of launching 20 S-8 rockets. Couple that with a 360-degree radar, anti-jamming technology, and an advanced weapons guidance system, the MiL Mi-28N is one mean fighting machine that can safely share airspace with modern drones. That, and its newest rotors will increase the chopper's cruise speed to 370 miles per hour, making it the fastest attack helicopter in the sky. Number 7. Ka-52 Alligator. The Night Hunter isn't the only advanced anti-tank helicopter in the Russian military. Say hello to the Ka-52 Alligator, the Night Hunter's slightly more complex and expensive cousin. With a speed of 186 miles per hour, it's not as fast as the Night Hunter, but it has better maneuverability and can carry a much heavier payload. Both helicopters use the same 30mm autocannon, but the Ka-52 can carry many more rounds. On top of that, it's got 80mm unguided rockets that are far larger than on the US Apache helicopters, and anti-ship missiles capable of taking out entire tanker ships. If you ever have to fly against it or fight under this Russian choppers, watch out, especially if you're on a boat within 80 miles. Number 6. S-400 Anti-Aircraft Missile System. The S-300 was a game changer in the Cold War, allowing the Soviets to drive a few trucks that could detect enemy aircraft, track multiple targets, and guide multiple missiles to different targets all at once. The S-300 can carry 2 types of missiles at once, a long-range missile and a short-range one, so it's like having anti-aircraft rifles and shotguns all in one. Its descendant, the S-400, may need to be combined with a radar and a command vehicle to get the job done, but it's even more lethal. It retains all of the S-300's power while being capable of carrying 4, instead of 2 missile types. That, and it's got a submachine gun and a squad automatic weapon that can target enemy jets. While it's not been tested yet, It may even be able to track America's powerful F-22s and F-35 fighter jets. In a war, things could turn real ugly between enemy jets and Russia's air defense systems, as they have the ability to build and export missiles faster and more efficiently than anyone can produce aircrafts. Number 5. Kirov-Class Battlecruiser. The Kirov-Class nuclear-powered battlecruiser was built during the Cold War, and was specifically designed to sink American aircraft carriers while defending itself with powerful anti-aircraft missiles. While only 4 were ever produced, and they're somewhat outdated, they're still perfectly capable of fulfilling their intended purpose to this day. The Kirov-Class Battlecruiser can locate US targets with satellite feeds, an onboard helicopter, or their own systems, and choose to engage them with 20 supersonic missiles, carrying 1,653-pound warheads from up to 300 miles away. Sure, American jets can fly further than that, but the Kirovs carry the same anti-air missiles as are on the S-300, as well as shorter-range anti-air, making attacks against them extremely risky. Number 4. Koalitsiya-SV Howitzer. The Russian Ministry of Defense claims that the Koalitsiya-SV Howitzer shoots farther than any Western or NATO gun. And by all accounts, the Koalitsiya-SV may live up to the hype. The Koalitsiya 152mm is a self-propelled howitzer, and one extremely powerful weapon, boasting a huge range of 43 miles compared to America's Paladin howitzer firing 18 miles, and Britain's Braveheart reaching only 24. The Koalitsiya's automated turrets can pump out rounds at a speed of up to 15 to 20 per minute, whereas America's Paladin tops out at 8 rounds per minute, and has to drop down to 1 round per 3 minutes during a sustained fight to ensure it doesn't overheat. That gives the Russian Koalitsiya howitzer a massive advantage in a battery versus battery duel, and makes it one more Russian military weapon you wish didn't exist. Number 3. Diesel submarines. The St. Petersburg Alligator-class diesel-electric attack submarine in 2011. It's a well-known fact that top-of-the-line diesel submarines are quieter than their nuclear counterparts, and Russia has some of the best. The only drawback with these submarines is that they trade stealth for offensive capability in warfare. Take Russia's Kilo and Lada-class diesel attack submarines. They're fast, stealthy, and well-armored to the teeth with torpedoes and missiles. However, their sensors aren't always top of the line, and nuclear attack submarines have a huge advantage over traditional diesels in a prolonged fight. Nuclear submarines, like the ones owned by the US, have the advantage that they can stay underwater indefinitely, even while maneuvering and fighting. But like a massive whale, Russia's diesels need to resurface for air every few hours. Number 2. Krasuka 4. Its name may have the ring of a weapon of mass destruction, but Russia's Krasuka 4 is actually just a potent electronic warfare platform. But cutting the enemy's lines of communication should never be underestimated, especially not in modern warfare. The Krasuka 4 is a drivable, ground-based electronic warfare system that gives Russia the ability to blind the enemy's intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance platforms, potentially cutting off forces in the field from their headquarters and other assets. Jamming enemy communications and radars may not sound sexy, but it can easily tip the battle in the Russia's favor if the enemy commander isn't prepared. Number 1. T-14 ARMATA super tank. Russia's newest T-14 ARMATA tank is highly automated and has all to its potential enemies worried. This Russian super tank has serious technological advances over any tank currently in use by NATO. A UK Ministry of Defense report even described the Russian ARMATA as the most revolutionary tank in a generation. And here's why. The most game-changing feature on the T-14 is that it's the first fully operational battle tank to feature a fully automated and unmanned turret. This allows the ARMATA to operate with a well-protected crew of 3 soldiers, as opposed to British and American tanks that require a crew of 4, including 1 vulnerable turret operator. The T-14's high-tech advantage opens up the possibility that it will one day be the first fully automated tank, requiring no passengers at all. For the crew sitting inside this revolutionary tank, it's like playing a video game. The tank does most of the targeting, the operator's really just making some final moves and decisions. A cannon that puts NATO to shame. The tank's turret is said to feature a 154mm cannon that outperforms any and all guns and armor on current NATO tanks. On top of that, it's the best protected tank in existence. Featuring the groundbreaking Afghani active protection system, the T-14 can intercept attacks that are incoming at speeds as high as Mach 5.0, easily enough to defend itself against most fighter jets. The APS can also interfere with the targeting system of anti-tank guided missiles, causing them to lose their target. As far as military technology goes nowadays, this Russian monster tank is practically indestructible. Those were 9 Russian military weapons you wish didn't exist. Which of these terrifying robots would you definitely not want to encounter in a dark alley? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you join the community by subscribing to TechJoint. And while you're at it, why not check out our police and military inventions playlist? See you in the next one.